Chapter 2 Without a Trace. The ball raced into the net once more with great intensity, but the girls in the stands barely noticed as they were too busy chattering amongst themselves. Gossip, and lots of it. But the boy on the field, dripping with sweat, cared not, as he himself was blindsided with pride and was too busy pointing at the score which had finally turned uneven. A victory dance was in order, but there wasn't much time left on the timer, so the isometric girl with the short brown hair, orange shirt, and big nerdy glasses attempting to play referee wasted no time placing the ball back in the center of the field for the game to resume.
The dragon and the gnome still remain the best team ever.
We were disqualified, Jules. Go, Jude, go!
Avelaman took a moment to turn to his single fan who was jumping haphazardly in the stands and waved, beaming with an idiotic grin. Creamkiss giggled, returned the wave, and blushed at the deepest scarlet possible. He needed all the support he could get, as he was moments away from losing the dreadful game. Jessie, who everyone knew as Avelaman's close friend but arch enemy on the field, yelled in disgust, "Hey, Boba, are you gonna make Gaga eyes or play soccer?" Avelaman quickly snapped out of his ego trip and put on a fierce expression. He snickered to himself as he noticed there was only a minute left on the game. "This is in the bag," he whispered to himself. He needed all the confidence he could muster. Suddenly, Jade entered the stadium and sat next to Roller Kingdom in the benches facing the large field.
He's actually online.
Roller Kingdom waved at her before replying. "Who? Jude?" "Alright, this is it, buddy. I won't give it to you that easy this time." "I hope not."
And this is what he does the one time he tells me he'll be online.
Avelaman dashed skillfully past Jessie, who still wore the same soccer uniform as Avelaman from their recent summer's heyHabbo World Cup team, Juicy Blue the Legacy. There were only seconds left to the game, and the girls who finally began to take notice of the game made it obvious by beginning their loud countdown. 10. Jessie took advantage of the pressure put on Avelaman, closing any open doors to score. 9. The duo were in the rhythmic dance, beads of sweat were falling onto the stadium grass. 5. Jessie's amazing skill was making it nearly impossible for Avelaman to score. Only seconds to go, and Avelaman finally had an opening. A wasted opening, as he was tied up with his feet in the wrong position, unable to deliver the final kick. The countdown finished, and the referee moved the ball away from both players. The game was over. "You're better forever and ever. Eat that, Pixel Face." "Pixel Face?" Avelaman squinched his eyes together, confused. "You owe me a picture now, buddy." The inseparable girls, Steph, Dragon Tamer, and Creamkiss, released a synchronized lol. "Alright, Jessie, I'll give it to you. You remember how to play this darn game better than I do. It's been months since the HH World Cup anyway."
So this is what the whole heyHabbo World Cup thing was about?
"It was awesome, Kay." "It would have been more awesome if it actually ended. Just saying." "It was Jude's fault, Kay." "Excuse me?"
Yeah, fail man.
"Pff, it's a villain, man, thank you very much. And it didn't depend entirely on me."
Well, people do live all over the world, making it kind of impossible to schedule games. And then school started for pretty much everyone.
"It's true. Blame stupid school. We should all just burn it down."
If only. I have midterms this week. Yeah, me too. Me three.
Haha, sucks to be you guys. Still, it would have been nice to finish it. Good game, chap. Woot.
Woot, doesn't a Davy say that all the time?
He does.
Where is he, anyway? I think his position as HH representative in the Pixelverse unofficially became full-time. The what? Paris and Versailles. Yeah, I remember. Last time we spoke he said he was quite busy these days. In fact, I think he's traveling the world or something. He wanted to speak the language of every country face to face with native. Is that so?
Well, I think he's a time traveler.
Your mom's a time traveler.
LOL.
The conversation had successfully deviated from the Davi, returning to its usual nonsensical form, but the laughter would be completely drowned out, as out of nowhere Bat Turkey suddenly came dashing through the gates of the massive soccer stadium, out of breath and making wild bird sounds. Right behind him, Fred followed, desperately trying to stop him. At once, the attention of everyone in the room turned towards the newcomers. But this was absolutely the worst time for Bat Turkey to make a physical appearance in front of regular forum members.
Is that Bat Turkey from the forum?
It's okay, you can tell me about Turkey. He's gone, they took him, someone took him, he's gone. What the boba is this? Neither Jade nor Roller Kingdom had ever seen Bat Turkey outside of the pixel drawings on the forum. They weren't supposed to know of his real existence in the client. However, the rest of the forum members present in the room were quite aware of his secret, but were nonetheless shocked by his public outburst. They immediately knew that something had gone terribly wrong for him to be appearing in public first of all, and of course his frantic state was a dead giveaway. You've got to find him. You gotta find him. You gotta bring him back. Berkey, look at me. Talk to me. Talk to me. It's okay, Fred. We'll take it from here.
Bat Turkey, you need to calm down. Let's get to a private room and then we can talk about whoever we need to get back.
But I can deal with him. It's okay, buddy. We'll handle it from here. There's no time to go to another room. You don't understand. We have to act now. Velaman sensed the urgency and knew there was no way Bat Turkey was going to wait to be in private. At once he turned to Jade and Roller Kingdom, who were still completely dumbstruck from the presence of Bat Turkey. Sorry guys, but I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. We'll explain everything later, okay? But please, just keep whatever you saw quiet from the rest of the forum. I'll personally give you both premium if you do.
Or I'll personally ban you if you don't. Just joking, but please.
Enough! Benji has been kidnapped. He's gone, and they took him. I saw it. I saw it. What? Benji's real too? I always see him at this time of day. I pass by his igloo, and we make our rounds, and he wasn't there. His igloo was broken. Ice was scattered everywhere. There must have been some kind of, a struggle. I don't know. He's gone.
Sweetie, look at me. Look at me.
He's...
Look at me. Can you tell me exactly what you saw?
Bat Turkey paused for a moment. Everyone's eyes were entirely on him. Fred took 2 steps back from his bot, allowing him space to recall his clouded thoughts. Roller Kingdom and Jade stared intensively at the situation, having no idea what to make of it yet. Jesse, on the other hand, keeping an eye on everyone in the room, whispered to Villaman that he should pass or protect the room at once. But Villaman paid no attention. He was too busy to hear the fate of his first creation, Benji. Someone got there before I did. The igloo was already broken, and he was walking away with Benji, unconscious in his arms. I tried to run up to him to stop him, but he was unlike anything I'd ever seen, and I just couldn't catch up. What do you mean? He saw me from the corner of his eyes. Terrible, glowing white eyes through the darkness. He saw me, and then he hit the floor hard, and it derissed at once, pixels breaking apart between us. I almost fell in, and then I can't fly. And then he was gone. Benji was gone.
What did he look like?
I don't remember, but it was dark. I think he had brown hair, not short, not too long, I'm not too sure. I know he wore dark clothes, yeah. But before he left, there was this bright yellow flash of yellow light.
How is that possible?
Please, you just gotta bring him back now. He can't be too far. We'll enter the Pixelverse, and then... Bat Turkey, that's enough. We can't break the rules of the pact. You know this. This is a threat for us. I know it. Why else would he take Benji of all bots?
I don't know, but let's not assume the worst yet. We'll meet with the Pixel Council, and then we can...
No, you have to act now. The Pixel Council? Long story, man. Long story. A villain whispered to Whitney at once. You do realize that I could be the next victim, right? Sorry guys, but we're gonna have to close the room now. We have a lot to deal with. Jade, Roller Kingdom, I know this may be a lot to bear right now, but since you've heard this much, we'll explain everything to you very soon. But for now, I beg you to keep this quiet from the rest of the forum. Jade replied as she exited the stadium.
Yeah, no problem.
Roller Kingdom, following closely after, mumbled, like they would believe us anyway. Alright, thanks. I have to go now, but I'll be back in a few hours. Guys, keep Bat Turkey with you. If you have to, threaten to turn him into a Thanksgiving dinner. Jesse closed the browser at once, not even waiting for his friends to reply. He breathed hard for a moment, staring at his computer screen without breaking his gaze. He was in deep thought, rationalizing all the possible explanations that were coming to mind. He had 2 papers to write that night, and his 30-minute break to spend time with his friends online had turned into a sudden nightmare for his virtual life. He had a responsibility to the Pixel Council, let alone to the fansite government branch of the Pixel Council, but despite the brewing pressure, it wasn't his biggest worry. Benji, the famous bot, had been kidnapped, Bat Turkey was nearly out of control, and 2 forum members had witnessed something not meant for their eyes. Despite all their long, hard work to keep the truth from everyone about the Pixelverse from the forum, but still, this wasn't his biggest concern. He had a gut feeling there was something he needed to check. This was the reason he had logged off to heyHabbo in the middle of the intense situation. Finally reacting, he opened the mainframe of the forum, digging through the layers of the server, fearfully searching for a hidden compressed folder only one other forum member knew about. But the young man had no time to spare. Only moments after his fearful eyes found exactly what he was searching for, and the dreadful folder was waiting for him to type its security password. He hesitantly typed the password, not out of lack of memory, but out of fear of what might be inside. He looked down at his keyboard, closed his eyes, and slowly pressed his forefinger to the enter key. At once, the browser went momentarily black before switching to the loading screen. After a brief moment, Jesse opened his eyes, only to realize that his greatest fear had become a reality. The folder was completely empty, and he had no idea what to do. He swallowed hard, and the hairs in the back of his neck stood up, but he knew better than to panic, so he resolved to his only remaining option. He logged onto Skype, immediately making sure to switch his status to busy. His eyes quickly scanned his friends list to click on the name, the only person whose attention he immediately required. Not a second longer had passed when Jesse was already calling him. His contact answered right away for once, sounding cold and worried, but Jesse cared not. He had news of higher importance. Dude, the folder, Project S, it's completely empty. What? End Chapter 2. For more viral, log on to www.heyhabbo.net.